welcome back, and I love you all. So if you're new here, please do well to subscribe and please like this video so you can get to more people. Okay, so you can get to more people. Okay, quickly I'll just show you the material I'm using for this dress. I don't want to waste too much time. I want it to be a very short class. Okay, so this is the net I'm using for the sleeve. This is the net I'll be using for the sleeves, and I'll be using this Jocoso. It's called Jocoso fabric for the up. Like our gown, the gown has from the shoulder to the hip length is plain. You can do this with crepe. You can do this with Jocoso. You can do this with Dolce. Okay, I'll be using 2 yards of this anchor print for the down, and my measurements are all prepared, laying down now. And I'm using my fabric chalk, my tape, I'm using my pencil. But for this class, it's for you to see very well. I'm using my marker pen, my scissors, pattern for my back pattern glue. I'll be using my needle, then of course my tape, my cell tape. That's all I'll be using for this class. So the thing I did is I came down here. I don't want to use it because you won't see. Let me use it. I came down by 2 inches. Then from there I have to demarcate my paper by 2, and I roll this down. So I'm just going to put down all my measurements. Okay, measurements I will be needing. I'm going to be taking. I need your you need your shoulder measurement, your bust point, your under bust point, because we'll be having a dart for this class. So for my bust point, now I'll start by putting in my chest line. My chest line is 8.7, right? I'll come down by my chest line. I'll put down my chest line. I'll put down my bust point. I'll put down my under bust. I'll put down my back half length. And this will be my back, and this is my front. So these are all my measurements. I said come down, chest line, bust point, under bust point, front half length. This is my back half length. My front and my back half length is different. The difference is 1 inch. So my back half length is 16, my front half length is 17. Okay, and I said this is my back and this is my front. So for my back, I only have 2 lines. Okay, I only have 3 lines: my shoulder line, my chest line, and my back half length. So I'm going to be extending this line to get to my hip point. Okay, now my hip length is 10 inches from my waistline. So I'll come down by my hip length. Now this is where the skirt is going to stop. Sorry, the gown is going to stop on the hip point. So I'll just come down by 10 inches from my half length. So after putting down all this my measurements, I'm going to draft out my armhole. First of all, my neckline. My neckline, I'm using a neck width of 3 inches. And for the back, a neck drop of 1 inch. And I'm going to be connecting it. My shoulder here is 15, so I'm using 7.5 for my shoulder measurement. And for my shoulder slope, I'll come down by 1 inch for my back. And I'm going to connect to my neck width to my shoulder slope. So do the same thing for the front. My front neck width is 3 inches and the length is 3 inches, so that's 3 by 3. And my shoulder measurement is 7.5. Come down by my shoulder measurement. For the front, my shoulder slope is 1.5. I come down by 1.5 and I connect it back to my neck width. Okay, now this is my neck and this is my back neck and front neck. Now the next I'm going to do is to come down on the chest line. Insert your shoulder measurement of 7. Mine is 7.5. I'll start there and I'll rule a straight line connecting the shoulder slope and my shoulder, connecting the neck shoulder slope and the chest line. Okay, so my round bust divided by 3, I'll bring it down 9.3. On my chest line, I'll put down my round bust divided by 4. I'll put it down there. So under my armhole line, I'll come up for the back. I'll divide what I have there by 2. What I have by 2, and I'll come in on that point. I'll come in by 0.5. I'll connect that point up to my shoulder slope. Now this is how to get a perfect armhole curve. So now the next I'm going to do is to come in with my armhole curve and connect to meet down my bust point. Okay, my bust point, sorry, my round bust, connecting to meet down my round bust. So I said my round bust divided by 4 is 9.3. I connect it from the armhole, that mid armhole, to meet that point. I'll do the same thing for the front. Now for the back, please add ½ inch for the back for ease. You're not going to be adding that ½ inch to the front. So for the front, under your armhole line, go up by 3 inches. Instead of dividing what you have by 2, you just go up by 3 inches, and on that point you go in by 0.7 and connect that point to meet your shoulder slope. Then from there you take your round bust divided by 4. And you use your armhole curve to connect. Now this is how to get a perfect curve, armhole curve. And our armhole is ready. Right? Now the next I'm going to do is to come in with my waist. And my waist, I come in by my round waist divided by 4. I have 7.8. I want to put that down. 7.8. I'll do the same for the back. Now I'm going to bring in my bust apart divided by 2. I have my bust apart divided by 2. is 7 inches, so I have 3.5. I'm not going to bring in 3.5. Okay, this center point come in 3.5, and my chest on my bust point for the front to come in 3.5. I'm going to be connecting it to meet that point. So this can also be achieved using a dart leg, but I want it to be very, very fine. And my dart opening will be 1/2 inch on both sides, which is 1 inch. 1/2 inch on both sides, then connect it back to your nipple point. Okay, so I'm going to be adding that 1 inch back to my side. And I'm going to be connecting this to my armhole. Simple, right? Do the same thing here. Come from my back. At the base, I came in by my bust apart divided by 2. On my chest line, I'm going to be doing the same thing, and I'll connect the line. Then my dart opening will be 0.5 on both sides, which is 1 inch, and I'll connect it back to the side. And now I'm going to be connecting my dart leg to meet 1 inch below my chest line. Let it stop there. 1 inch below my chest line. Let it stop there. I'm connecting my side to my armhole point. Okay. So for my hip point, I'm going to give down my chest bust apart divided by 2. Connect the line down. Connect your 1/2 length to the hip point. Connect to the hip point. Because I'm using a pattern for this, shouldn't confuse you. I do not want to use freehand. So under my hip point, I'll just go up by 2 inches, and I'll connect my dart leg back to stop at that 2 inches before my hip point. I'll send for the front. Go up by 2 inches and connect your 1/2 length to meet that point. So on that point, put down that's your hip point. Put down your round hip divided by 4. So I have 10.6. I'm going to be connecting it using my hip curve. I'm going to be connecting it back to my 1/2 length. No, I'm not using too much curve. Okay, if you like, I can use a straight through for this. It's fine. So on this my back 1/2 length, I'll go in by 0.5, and on my hip point, which is my full length, I'm going to go up by 2 inches, and I'm going to be connecting that 0.5 to meet the 2 inches. So on that 1/2 length, I'm going to connect the line again to meet my neck depth. Okay, so this is, now we are going to be closing this dart on the pattern. Okay, you can close this dart on the pattern, okay, or you sew it out on your dress. So now the next I'm going to be doing is to bring down my bust dart. For my bust dart, I'm just going to come down from this my bust line, come down by what my difference between my front and my back half length. I'll come down by 1 inch, which is the difference, and I'm going to divide what I have there by 2, which is 0.5, and I'll still come out, okay, to the side by 0.5. I'm just going to connect that point I just marked now, the 0.5 that came out by, to my armhole, and I'm going to bring this other line. I'm going to connect this my 1 inch point, that's the difference, to meet my bust point, that's my nipple point, and I'll use my curve rule to connect this point back to my side. Let it just flow, and that is all for my bust dart. So this is all. Okay, now the next I'm going to do is to cut this center point open, this center line open, and close my hair, and I'll close my bust dart. So for my bust dart, so what I did, I came down from my bust point, I came down by 1 inch and divided what I have there by 2, which is 0.5. Came out again by 0.5, what I have, like the difference, 0.5, came out by 0.5, and I connected it back to the armhole and used my curve rule to just blend it back to the side, and I connected that 1 inch back to my nipple point. So right now using my paper scissors to cut this open, I'll just cut out my back. So for my bust dart, I'm just going to close my bust dart by holding down the bust line and that my line that I just connected, that my difference, the 1 inch I brought down. I'm just going to close that point. So if you find out that your dart shifted, just go ahead and connect it back to the armhole point. Now that your armhole has shifted, connect it back to the armhole point, and that's fine. You cut out. So I'm going to be closing my waistline. So I'm going to be closing my waist dart on this paper. Like I said, you can close on the paper or you can close on your fabric. My waist dart, I'm just going to pick this point and this point, and I'll bring it down to that place where my dart stops, at the end of my dart, which is here, and I'm going to be closing it using my tape. So we have this place perfect, right? No problem, just allow it. And here is my front, and this is my front, and I have my back here. The same thing, I've closed my back dart. So this is all I'll be needing. Now the back and the front, now they are equal because of the back half length that we closed. Sorry, I say back half, because of the difference that we closed, they are now equal. So now this dart that you close is not going to affect or change anything. So I'm going to use this pattern to cut out on this plain black. I'll cut it out, and I'm going to be cutting out 2 inches for my gathers. You know, we have gathers added down. I'll be cutting out 2 inches, 2 yards. I'll be cutting out 2 yards of this fabric for it because of the gathers added down. So I'm going to cut this out, then we'll continue. So guys, for my sleeve, I'll be using this net for my sleeve, okay, and I have my chalk. Now what I'm going to be doing is put down my hip length, sorry, is to put down my cuff length. Okay, that's my sleeve length, which is your cuff. Here it's called cuff. So my cuff length, I'm going to bring it down. So my cuff length, I have 26 inches, but because of this style, I'm going to stop at 25. So if you notice, we have this Ankara print on that sleeve. I'm going to just stop at this 25. And my round cuff is 10 inches. I'm going to be dividing that by 2, and I'll put down my 5 inches plus my 1 inch seam allowance. Now I'm going to come up by, okay, I'm going to put down my elbow point. My elbow point is 15 inches. I'm going to put that down 15 inches. And my round elbow is 13, which is 6.5. I'm going to put that down, and I'll have add my 1 inch seam allowance, and I'm going to be connecting this line to meet the cuff point. Okay. So if you want, you can drop this down with using your paper. So now to get my bicep point, you have to be divide your round bust by 12 plus 1 inch bicep point. So I have 4.1 for mine. I'm just going to come down by that 4.1 here, and on that point you put down your chest line. Okay, what you got for your chest line, and I got for my chest line 8.7. Now this, I folded my lace, my net, sorry, I folded my net into 4. So I'm cutting both sleeves together. So I added my 1 inch back here, and I'm going to be connecting the line. Come in here by 2 inches, and you come down. When you get to 4 inches, you do your armhole curve to connect back to the bicep point. Okay, this is how to do a freehand cutting, easy. So from here, I'm just going to connect the line to meet my elbow point, and I'll cut it out. So my sleeve is ready. Here, this is my sleeve length. I'm not adding, this is my sleeve length here. I'm not adding anything to join. So it's as if I'm just removing 1.5 from my sleeve length. So I'm just going to cut that, and I'll show you how to do your gathers. Or we are going to be joining this first. Alright guys, so I've cut out my sleeve and my dress. Okay, let me show you what I did. I just added ½ inch to the center back and 1 inch to the side. Then I added 1 inch to the length, because by the time we also has ½ inch to join with the Ankara print, what should be left should be 1 inch, okay, below the hip point. And I went ahead to cut out a facing of 3.5 inches for this dress. Okay, for the front, the same thing. I came down by, I added 1 inch to the hem, 1 inch to the side, and I want to show you the neck drop for the front. I just saw that it came down to 5 inches, so I just added 2 inches to what I had and added and cut out. So my neck drop for the front is 5 inches. So my joining allowance with my facing is ½ inch. So I cut out 3.5 facing for this 2. So to cut out your facing, just put a plain fabric folded into 2, like what you have for your main fabric. Okay, fold it in, mark down from the neck width to the neck depth, mark down 3.5 all the way all round. That's how you cut out your facing. So I didn't think of showing it to you. So I'm going to keep this join. Now to join my facing, I'm going to start by joining my facing. I'm just going to join my facing. I'm going to open. This is for the front. Let's keep the pattern aside. Make sure you don't throw your pattern till you're done with whatever you're sewing. So I'm just going to open up to the now before you do this, make sure you have ironed your fabric very well. Okay, so I'm going to open up the right side. Okay, turn to the right side, and for the facing, turn to the right side too. So this is the right side facing the right side, and I'm going to place it this way. Okay, and I'm going to be sewing at 1/2 inch all round. Let me pin it down. So I'm going to be sewing at 1/2 inch all round. After sewing it, you're just going to turn it back inside, okay, and give it a good press. But before that, after stitching, just notch round your neck, then fold it inside and give it a good press. Okay, so the same thing for the back. I'm going to open up and pin down. Okay, do this aside. So I say turn to the right side, and I'm coming with my back facing and place it like so. The same thing, and I'm going to pin down. I said go sew your facing with 0.5 inch all around. You notch and you iron. Now I'm going to be slipping this my facing using my hemming gum. I'll use my hemming gum to slip it. Okay, after turning it inside, I'll use my hemming gum to make sure it lays very flat. Okay, now after turning my facing, I'm going to join my sides. Okay, my boots I'm going to join with 1 inch on the side. Okay, join my side. Then my shoulder, to join my shoulder, I'm just going to open up this way. Open your shoulders, your facing. Okay, open it up this way, and you join your facing and you join your main fabric. That's how to join your shoulder. So after joining my shoulder, I join my sides. Then I'm going to fix my armhole. Of course, you can fix your sleeve. I fix my sleeve. Then the next I'm going to show you is how to cut your 180, because we have at the sleeve we have the 180-degree flare. That's what we're going to be using for the sleeve. And then I'm going to show you how to do your gathers for using the anchor prints. I'm just going to finish up with this, then I'll show you what it looks like, then how to continue. So I've fixed I fixed my sleeve here. This is my sleeve, but I have not closed the side. And I fixed my facing, okay, and I've joined my shoulder, my side, looking like a jacket right now because I have not fixed my zip. I haven't fixed my zip. I'm going to do that after joining the gathers. So here, I'm just going to keep it aside. And I cut out 4 yards, okay, the width is 4 yards, and the length, you check what you have for the length of your skirt, minus your shoulder to your hip point, and you cut out your length. Okay, so this is mine, and I use my machine to fold the hem. Okay, I've folded the hem for both up and down. Okay, I fold from up and down, and I'm going to iron this. I've not ironed this. I'm going to iron it before I start gathering. So I'll just show you how to gather it with your skirt. Okay, so this is my one I'm using for my gathers, and I'll just bring this in. Now we can do different type of gathers. You can just sew a loose stitch and you drag. You can do that. I don't like doing that because my thread might cut and you have to start all over again. I'll just gather it on my skirt. Okay. Now this gather that we have here is not the one that you will hide inside. That was why I said you go fold both the up and the down. Okay, because the gather is up, right? You're going to be gathering it on top of your dress. So to gather it on top of your dress, you're going to be keeping your, what you can see here, you're going to be gathering this way. So you're going to be moving like 2 inches, okay, or 1.5. You will take it up by like 1.5 and you gather, or 2 inches. I want it to show very well, so I'll say 2 inches, okay. So you gather from there on top. You're gathering it on top, so you're sewing like 1/2 inch, okay. You're sewing here. So before you do this, fold. That was what I said. Add 1/2 inch to your dress while cutting. Add 1 inch. Sorry. So we're going to be folding in that 1 inch. Okay. Fold your dress. Okay. You fold inside. And then you're going to be gathering on it this way. Just go gather. Make sure it goes round. If the gathering is too much and you don't like it, you can reduce the length of your ankle point. So I'm going to gather mine. This is 4 yards, and I'm going to gather, and I'll show you what it looks like. Hi guys, so to cut my 180-degree plait, now this is my fabric. Okay, this is not what I'm going to cut. I just want to illustrate for you using this fabric. Okay, because this one will not be enough for what I want to do. So to cut your 180-degree plait, bring your plain fabric, you lay it on your table, and you fold it into 2. Now first of all, you have to measure your round sleeve. Okay, you measure what you have on your cuff, like your round wrist, your round wrist. Measure what you have and divide it by 3.14. After dividing it, whatever you get is what you're going to be using. So I got 4.2 for mine. So I'm just going to do this, fold this on fold, okay, and I'm going to bring this in like this. So this is how to fold your 180-degree plait. And I'm going to straighten this up, and I'll mark out my 4.2 here. I'll come down by 4.2. I'll mark it all round. Okay, so I have my 4.2 right here. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'll come down from that 4.2 to the length that I want to use. Let's say I'm using 4 inches. Just measure from your wrist to the place you want your sleeves to stop. I'm using 6 inches for mine because it has to come down to this point. So I'll just take from there. I'll use my tape to measure my 4 inches from that point. I'll measure my 4 inches. So to cut, you are just going to add 1/2 inch to this top side. To add your 1/2 inch for your joining, okay? And here at the hem, you add your 1 inch for your turning allowance. Okay, like you're going to be folding it inside 2 times, half inch in 2 times. So you add 1 inch and you're going to be sewing out that 1 inch. Then you cut out, then join to your sleeve. That is how to cut your 180-degree sleeve. This is the final part of the dress. This is my sleeve and I have ironed it. This is my sleeve, and I said you should fold it inside. Okay, see the way it's looking. I just have to weave. I'm going to weave all the whole joining line. I'm going to weave it, but this is what I have. Make sure you've ironed for both sleeves. Okay, make sure you've ironed for both sleeves. This is what I have. This is what I have. I said you should go turn it inside 2 times. Your 0.5, 0.5, that's what you're going to be removing. And here we are going to weave this our joining line. And that is all for this dress. And this is all for the dress. Okay. So guys, thank you for joining me, and I hope you try this out. Why not add it to your ready to wear collections? Okay, thank you guys, and see you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Okay, bye.